How do you feel about performing at Colombo's first Deathfest?
Yeah, actually, we are quite happy and actually to share the stage with Tiron and also bands like Funeral in Heaven, Old Castles Massacre, Paranoid Earthling, some of the great extreme heavy metal bands in Sri Lanka and all of Asia, I could say. So yeah, it gives us a good feeling.
Have you performed Terran Silva before?
No, not at all. So this is a new experience for us. Like I said, he's toured with a lot of great heavy metal bands in Germany and America, and he plays for a death metal band himself called Orb. It just gives us great pleasure to share this stage with Joe.
Can you tell me something about the sounds of Fallen Grace?
Okay, we belong to a subgenre of heavy metal called melodic death metal, where we fuse extreme heavy metal, but we fuse a lot of melody in our music. That is our driving force in our music. So we are heavily influenced by bands such as At the Gates, Dark Tranquility, Arch Enemy, also taking into account all the great heavy metal bands like Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Black Sabbath especially. Also, we try to fuse a lot of technical elements in our music. So yeah, that's how we go.
Can you tell me something about the band's influences and how does it affect your songwriting?
Well, we are influenced a lot by like the 90s grunge scene and like a lot of the 70s music, and it's always like kind of incorporated. We are like more grunge, stoner rock, that sort of music, more blues oriented. We are recording an album at the moment, so gigs would be like if we do something with some band, or we might organize a few concerts here and there. But mostly like we are concentrating this time to record the album.
What do you think about the metal scene in Sri Lanka? Do you think it's like growing or?
It's actually growing. It's like if you take 10 years back, like there's a vast change. Like there are so many bands, a lot of bands doing their own thing, different genres of music now. Whereas back then it was just like a couple of bands doing something. So it's good.
What do you think about the other bands that are playing tonight?
They are great, great music.
What are your band's influences, the sound?
We are influenced by a band called Carcass, Disgorge, Cannibal Corpse, Defeated Sanity, Devaman, all brutal death metal bands.
So, would you describe yourself as a death metal band, or is there some sort of other genre?
Yeah, there are a lot of genres, but we are playing the death metal genre, and we are playing brutal death metal. It's kind of extreme, and the lyrics contain sometimes it's violent stuff and stuff like serial killers, horror movies, stuff like that. But it's kind of art.
So, what do you think about the metal scene here in Sri Lanka? Do you think it's growing, or?
The beginning of metal in Sri Lanka, it is a bit improved now. We have a lot of fans.
Do you think Deathfest will be more popular after this?
Yeah, metal will be popular after this because like we started off with the first black metal fest. Now this is the first death metal fest. So there will be a lot of festivals like that. So yeah. A lot of
Yeah, from there's a Deathfest called California Deathfest in US. We got the name from there. So we were like inspired by a lot of bands from California Deathfest. That's how we did it. Yeah.
The performance today is done by the best metal bands in Sri Lanka at the moment. We've got Funeral in Heaven, Fall and Grace, Paranoid Earthlings, Old Castles Massacre,
Legion.
Legion. So this will be a blast for sure.